Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar on supercharging IT operations and achieving 10x efficiency with Analytics Plus 6.2. I am Ishwar, a product expert at Analytics Plus, ManageEngine's flagship IT analytics solution, and I am excited to conduct this highly anticipated and informative session. But before we begin, here are a few housekeeping notes for the session. By default, all attendees will be on listen-only mode. If you have any questions during the webinar, feel free to type them in chat or drop them in the Q&A panel on the left side of your screen. I'll try my best to get to them towards the end of the session. In case we run short on time, I'll respond to your questions later via email. You're also welcome to email me your questions directly using the address that's shown on your screens. With that out of the way, let's get started with the webinar. As you may already know, we have recently launched Analytics Plus 6.2. This release is our biggest and most comprehensive update yet. The latest version of Analytics Plus is packed with a wide array of features, enhancements, and fixes meticulously designed to revolutionize your IT operations. In this webinar, we'll dive deep into these newly released capabilities of Analytics Plus, empowering you to cultivate an AI-driven IT analytics and management culture within your organization. So let's begin. The first feature that we'll be discussing today is about accelerating strategic decision making with Spotlight's contextual recommendations. In a world where IT operations moves at a lightning speed, IT managers face an ever-growing challenge, identifying inefficiencies amidst the vast amounts of data. While traditional BI tools remain essential for uncovering insights, they often fall short in providing necessary IT context and in-depth analysis, limiting their effectiveness for immediate, impactful decision-making. This creates a critical gap between data analysis and actionable strategies. As IT environments grow increasingly complex with digitization and hybrid infrastructures, IT leaders need intelligent tools that transform raw data into actionable strategies. Enter decision intelligence, the new standard for decision making in an ever-digitizing IT world. With Analytics Plus 6.2, we have reimagined IT analytics to put decision intelligence at the core of your IT operations. The latest version of our flagship IT solution introduces Spotlight, the AI-powered contextual recommendation engine that empowers IT leaders to make data-driven decisions faster and smarter. Spotlight goes beyond traditional analytics by identifying operational inefficiencies in real time and offering contextual corrective strategies. Whether it's eliminating bottlenecks or addressing infrastructure issues, Spotlight ensures that intelligent decision making becomes a natural component of your IT strategy. Let's just say you need to determine the right time to retire or replace your IT assets. So what Spotlight does is it analyzes the key data such as asset age, failure rate, and incident trends and many other data from your service desk. And based on this analysis, it recommends the optimal time to retire aging assets. This way, you can ensure that you avoid unnecessary resource wastage by retiring your assets too early, and also minimize the security risks by not holding on to vulnerable end-of-life assets for too long. This ensures that your IT teams strike the right balance between cost efficiency and security readiness. Let's explore the magic of Spotlight in depth by looking at how it helps tackle one of the most common yet critical challenges for any IT team, which is SLA breaches. So this SLA analysis dashboards shows a decline in SLA compliance and a subsequent surge in SLA violations over the past 6 months. Instead of having your IT teams sift through ticket data to identify root causes and formulate strategies, Spotlight steps in with instant contextual recommendations that address the problem head on. Let's open the Spotlight window by clicking the icon in the lower left corner of your Analytics Plus workspace. Inside, you'll find tailored recommendations for key events and operational inefficiencies across your IT environment. Spotlight doesn't just list the solutions and recommendation, it also prioritizes them based on their criticality. Strategies are automatically categorized as critical, important, high, or low priority, helping you focus on what matters the most to keep your IT operations running smoothly. So in our case of SLA breaches, Spotlight highlights 2 technician-related strategies for reducing SLA violations. And you can observe that both of these critical strategies are marked as critical by Spotlight. So it is recommended that we go for immediate implementation of these strategies to ensure that IT teams stay on top of their SLA commitments. Acting promptly on these recommendations prevents disruptions to IT operations, maintains employee productivity, and preserves customer satisfaction. So this is just one among hundreds of scenarios where Spotlight's AI capabilities can dramatically reduce time IT managers and CIOs spent monitoring metrics to identify, triage, and resolve IT issues. By streamlining decision making, uncovering hidden inefficiencies, and prioritizing the most impactful remediation strategies, Spotlight empowers IT leaders to work more effectively and efficiently. So with Spotlight providing a glimpse of its potential, the power of AI/ML infused analysis extends far beyond. So as when we talk about the next feature, let's move further down this path and explore how Analytics Plus empowers you to gain deeper insights through intuitive no-code machine learning models. In today's era of AI and machine learning, advanced predictive, prescriptive, and descriptive analytics are now table stakes for any robust business intelligence or analytics solution. Advanced ML-based analysis capabilities are no longer a differentiating factor, but rather a basic expectation. While most BI tools today have built-in AI and ML algorithms to enable such advanced analysis, these often require you to write code or use their own predefined models. This restricts your ability to perform custom analysis and predictions tailored to your IT organization's specific parameters, rules, and configurations. In the absence of custom machine learning models, organizations like yours are often required to build complex models and solutions from the scratch using intricate coding or lengthy advanced SQL queries. This approach requires the expertise of developers and data scientists, consuming the time and posing a significant budget as well as resource strain. So most organizations across the globe often resort to certain workarounds with the standard available models within their BI platform. But these models fail to produce the accurate results for their intended analysis. So the new version of Analytics Plus comes with a no-code ML model creation capability that allows you to create custom machine learning models for your analysis without writing a single line of code. This capability empowers IT managers to become citizen data scientists, eliminating the need for an expert data scientist or a developer, as well as reducing the time and effort required for machine learning based analysis of critical IT events. No-code ML provides your IT teams with the flexibility to perform more contextual analysis with your own bespoke models, delivering tailored and relevant solutions specific to your needs. Building custom ML analytics models in Analytics Plus can be achieved by leveraging two powerful features that were introduced as part of Analytics Plus 6.2. Firstly, if you're looking for a complete no-code experience, AutoML is the perfect solution. Designed for IT teams with minimal data science expertise, AutoML allows you to efficiently create, train, and deploy ML models without writing a single line of code. AutoML allows you to easily build custom predictive or classification models tailored to your own unique IT environment, data, and operating conditions. These models can be used to accurately analyze various IT parameters and events on a regular basis. Let me walk you through an example to demonstrate how just easy it is to create these predictive models using AutoML. So for this, first we just need to simply head to the AutoML tab from the side panel of your Analytics Plus workspace. Once you enter this, click Create New Analysis and then choose the desired model type. Since, as I said before, I want to do a prediction model based analysis, I'm going to select prediction models. Next, click the training table and choose the sample or historical data relevant to your use case. For instance, here I want to predict the severity of detected vulnerabilities across endpoint devices in an organization's IT infrastructure. So to train the algorithm for this analysis, I will select the table with historical data on detected vulnerabilities, including its severity. And this data can be obtained from any endpoint protection or intelligence applications. So once the data is selected, I'll select severity as the target column and then I'll click Create. This will start training your machine learning model. But the whole training process may take a few minutes depending upon the data. So to save time for this webinar, I've pre-trained the model in advance. So once the training is completed, we can review the created model in the results tab as shown here. Here you can see the algorithm name, accuracy score, training time, and other details that are relevant to your model. If your model accuracy and other aspects meet your requirements, the next step is to deploy it to your target data. In the deploy settings shown here, enter the details of the input or the target table for which the prediction model should be applied, as well as the details of the final output table. So this includes specifying the columns to be included as part of the input table and the name of the predicted column or the name of the predicted column, which is severity. Be sure that you select all the relevant columns in the output table to ensure that the prediction output is relevant and contextual before deploying. So here you can see I have given the input table where the model is to be applied as severity detection. I have selected the relevant columns required, and for output details of the output table, which is a new table that will be created based on the AutoML analysis, I have created a new table called predicted severity and the prediction column obviously as severity. Once you enter all these relevant details and click Save, within a few seconds, you would have a predicted severity data table with the selected output columns and the predicted severity. Here again, in the interest of time, I have already created and deployed the random forest model, as you can see. And this classification model has created a new predicted data table. So once the model is deployed and the new predicted table is created, you can use this predicted data to create insightful visualizations. And this includes anything from dashboards, reports, And all these visualizations that are showcase severity, trends, and vulnerabilities, and perform deeper analysis and contextual analysis based on your organization's needs. And just like that, by following a few simple steps and using the right data, you can create custom machine learning models to address your IT and business analysis need. But if you feel that AutoML doesn't serve your purpose, you can also use Code Studio. Code Studio offers an intuitive Python coding environment with support for pandas, NumPy, and other custom libraries, allowing you to build tailored ML models and perform complex data transformations. Once your models are created, you can apply them directly to your operational data, unlocking actionable insights similar to what we did for AutoML. Code Studio is ideal for scenarios where external factors beyond historical or log data need to be considered for forecasting IT events accurately. And by incorporating data across multiple domains, you can ensure that predictions are more precise and relevant. Code Studio eliminates the need to switch between multiple IT tools or analytics platforms, integrating the entire ML workflow within your Analytics Plus workspace. So let me just show you how the coding environment of Code Studio looks like. And this is how basically the coding environment of Code Studio looks like. And this is a Python coding environment. It's a highly intuitive Python coding environment. And you can do any analysis with this and create custom models. For example, you could build a predictive model to anticipate service outages by combining infrastructure metrics with maintenance or incident forecasts, and also your planned maintenance schedules or even your past vendor data. And this all offers a holistic, actionable insights into your IT infrastructure. So to conclude, both Code Studio and AutoML were built with the goal of democratizing ML-based analytics. They empower IT teams to create custom ML models tailored to your specific needs, whether predicting system failures, classifying incident severity, or analyzing performance metrics. And all this without the complexity of traditional data science workflows. With that, let's move to the third feature that we'll be discussing today. And this is graduating to smarter analysis with visual Gen AI. So far in our session, we have explored some of the most powerful AI ML driven features that are introduced in the latest release version of Analytics Plus. Now let's dive deep into another powerful enhancement, which is the enhancements that we have introduced to SIA, our AI-powered analytics assistant, as part of Analytics Plus 6.2. So the updates that are introduced as part of Analytics Plus 6.2 take SIA's capabilities to the next level, empowering IT teams like you with even more actionable insights. And obviously, many of you already knew the critical role SIA plays in reducing the burden on IT teams and bridging the gap between BI tools and IT. SIA simplifies the process of interpreting complex data, alleviating fears associated with business intelligence, and making insights easily accessible. So previously, ZIA Insights used to provide automated text-based narratives for complex visualizations at the click of a button. This, as you know, drastically reduces the time required to gather information from multiple complex analysis and data sources, allowing teams to focus on building strategies based on the insights instead of manually decoding data. With Analytics Plus 6.2, we have gone further, and ZIA now delivers visual narratives along with textual ones. The enhancement transforms how you engage with your data. ZIA automatically breaks down intricate visualizations into smaller focused analysis, identifying key trends and summarizing critical KPIs visually. This gives you a clearer, more intuitive view of your insights and helps you uncover the underlying factors driving your trends or anomalies. Let's see how ZIA's Visual Insights works now. The overall tech performance report shown here is one of the most widely used and critical out-of-the-box analysis generated by integrating Analytics Plus with Service Desk Plus. This analysis provides a detailed monthly view of work module completion rates by technicians broken down into key service desk modules like changes, incidents, requests, tasks, etc. So manually analyzing this comprehensive and complex analysis to identify insights on technician performance gaps, worst performing modules, and top technicians could take hours. But with ZIA's Visual Insights, you can get these with just a few clicks. Simply go to ZIA Insights and select the Visual Insights icon, and then you can get the within seconds you can get the instant visual summaries of key matrices, and this includes modules with lowest and highest completion rates, month-on-month performance of technicians or top performing technicians, and month-on-month changes in technicians' performance can all be tracked here. And a module-wise work completion rate are also shown. So as you can see, the complex table that we saw is broken down into simple bite-sized matrices for your EC consumption. So ZIA's Visual Insight like this allows you to quickly identify low-performing technicians and modules that requires your attention. The summaries also highlights months with spikes in unresolved pending works and other data, and what might have taken you hours of analysis can now be accomplished within seconds. ZIA, as you know, is a game-changing AI assistant that can elevate and simplify your IT analytics journey, as we have seen with the visual analytics. With Ask ZIA, you can generate required visualization in seconds through simple natural language conversations. ZIA Insights, as you see, can reduce the time spent on building reports, decoding insights, and many more. But this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to ZIA's capabilities. There are many other ways and avenues that our AI-powered conversational assistant can help you streamline your IT analytics. We are continuously expanding the capabilities of ZIA in order to supercharge your IT analytics experience, and one such avenue is simplifying and improving the quality of chart creation. Choosing the right chart for your data is not always straightforward, but it plays a vital role in deciphering the generated insights. If you have worked with BI tools before, you likely agree that selecting the most effective visualization can sometimes feel overwhelming. With dozens of chart types to choose from, it's easy to get stuck in a paradox of choice. Selecting the wrong visualization can hinder your ability to communicate your insights effectively. And this makes your data harder to interpret, and in turn delay the decision making. For instance, if you're using a bar chart to track SLA compliance percentages over time, this can make it difficult to identify the trends in SLA. An area chart or a multi-line chart would have been a better choice here. But these conclusions are not always easy to arrive at. So to solve this conundrum, we have introduced ZIA's Visual Suggestions. This is an AI-generated recommendation that helps you select the most appropriate visualization for your data and analysis. So let's see this in action. To get ZIA's visualizations, all you need to do is go to your report builder screen and drag and drop the relevant columns in your X and Y axis. So obviously you will be generating your own visualizations, but parallelly ZIA will instantly generate visual recommendations on the side panel of your screen based on your data. You can, as I said, you can access this visualize functionality with your existing visualization and discover alternate chart types that will better visualize your underlying data. With Zia's AI-powered visual suggestions, as you can see, you can ensure that you tell the right story every time with your IT data. This feature simplifies your analysis and reporting process, reduces the chance of miscommunication, and ensures that the critical insights aren't buried due to poor visual choices. Alright, let's now move to the fourth feature that we'll be exploring today, which is leveraging AI to uncover root cause of critical IT events and trends. So towards the beginning of this webinar, we explored how AI-powered decision intelligence capabilities provide valuable real-time recommendations to tackle inefficiencies and establish optimized operations. However, IT leaders who implement these strategies must also demonstrate the impact and validate the time, effort, and resources invested in these strategies. In today's IT landscape of shrinking IT budgets and mounting expectations, IT leaders face constant pressure to deliver top-tier operations that drive cost savings and contribute directly to business growth. Additionally, to enhance operational efficiency and ensure uninterrupted service delivery, IT leaders must address the underlying root cause of incidents or requests and not just apply temporary fixes. When resolving issues, prioritizing the resolutions of underlying factors that led to the problem in the first place rather than opting for short-term solutions effectively curbs the recurrence of similar incidents in future. The key to solving both these challenges lies in identifying, monitoring, and analyzing the root cause behind critical IT incidents and trends. Analytics Plus 6.0 introduces a powerful new feature, Diagnostic Insights, which complements the existing drill down and data visualization capabilities to help you perform the more effective root cause analysis. Diagnostic Insights extends the power of AI-driven ZI insights by augmenting its existing narrative intelligence and visual intelligence capabilities. This functionality allows you to go beyond just unlocking detailed insights into trends and helps you discover the underlying drivers that impact them, empowering you with contextual intelligence to make more informed decisions. So let's see this feature in action. This trend of mean time to repair MTTR analysis shows the average time in days taken to resolve incidents and service requests logged in within a service desk. Since reducing MTTR is a critical aspect of optimizing performance as well as efficiency of IT teams, gaining insight into the factors that drive MTTR, whether it's positive or negative, is essential before crafting improvement strategies. Understanding these factors allows IT leaders to identify focus areas, build consensus within their teams, and strengthen their case when presenting to the business leadership, ensuring buy-in for any new initiatives. So to uncover these key drivers within any analysis, simply click on ZI Insights. So there, for relevant analysis or relevant insights, you will find the diagnostic or diagnose icons next to the specific insights. And this icon will offer you the key driver insight. So I'm just clicking on this. So here, as you can see, the CI Insights reveals that there is a significant drop in decrease in MTTR during September, which is a good thing. So as I had done by clicking into the diagnostic icon, a detailed view that highlights the factors behind this drop, such as the reduction in resolution days for normal users and a decrease in resolution hours or resolve time per ticket. It is as simple as that. It also showcases the visualization, the specific insight that you're looking at much more in detail and compares it with your previous month's data. So the diagnostic analysis in Analytics Plus delivers precise insights within seconds into what drives a particular trend or efficiency or inefficiency for that matter, as you have seen. This helps IT leaders implement well-informed, data-backed decisions. And this level of intelligence also allows you to guide your IT teams with clarity and focus, optimizing both your operations as well as your long-term strategies effortlessly. So, a quick note here before we move on. Just one more thing that you need to keep in mind is you need to first configure the diagnostic insights within ZI Insights for your visualization. To do this, you need to go to the Report Settings tab, and in this, head to the ZI Insights subtab and click on the Key Driver Analysis. Here you can enable the key driver analysis and provide the necessary details that are required to set up the key driver analysis for your data within your ZI Insights panel. So this is something you should keep in mind in order to get a particular key driver analysis for your particular insight or visualization. So with that, let's move to the fifth feature that we will be exploring today, which is automatically detecting abnormal deviations before they escalate to critical IT issues. So setting up static thresholds based on industry standards or organizational parameters is a common monitoring strategy. This approach aims to detect anomalous behaviors and events within the IT landscape. While preset threshold values can effectively identify issues like increased SLA breaches, high network traffic, anomalous data transfer rates, and more, they often have critical hidden flaws. Since these static thresholds are set manually, they do not adapt to the changing conditions. And also they don't incorporate the changing context in which the analysis is performed. A one-size-fits-all approach is ineffective in a modern dynamic IT landscape where devices within the same category can be unique and operate in their own distinct environments. Static threshold often leads to high rate of false positives and masks actual issues that require attention. To avoid this, IT personnel must constantly monitor, reconfigure, and fine-tune these static thresholds, resulting in a significant waste of time as well as effort. But even then, manually set thresholds may fail to accurately reflect real-life operating conditions in real time. In conclusion, static thresholds do not adapt to cyclical changes and require substantial additional work to mitigate false positives and missed problems. But to avoid this, we have seen many organizations using dynamic thresholds that adapt to cyclic patterns and seasonal variations. However, accounting for the countless IT conditions is impractical, and unexpected events that deviate from these cyclic patterns can disrupt the entire setup. To simplify and streamline the detection of unexpected deviations, we have introduced automated anomaly detection in Analytics Plus 6.2. Powered by our advanced machine learning algorithms and statistical models, this feature helps you swiftly identify and respond to potential IT issues without the need for manual thresholds or constant monitoring. So to see this in action, let's take the case of this trend of password requests raised by privileged access accounts. The analysis outlines the number of password requests raised by high priority privileged access accounts per hour. You can observe clearly from the analysis that throughout the day, the number of password requests has never breached the preset threshold values. But let's set up automated anomaly detection and see if this holds true. For this, I'll go to the edit design and click on Analysis and select Anomaly or Outlier. Here I'll click Add Anomaly or Outlier, and you can select any anomaly name based on your need or your preferences and choose the model as well. So I'm going to select the percentile based analysis, and I'm going to set up 75% as the upper limit and 2% as the lower limit. Now when we click OK, the anomaly will be created, and we have to apply this. So however, as you can see, when automated anomaly detection is set up to capture values that deviate 75% or more than the average, you can clearly observe that at multiple hours during the day, there has been anomalous spikes in password requests, indicating a potential breach or insider threat activity within these privileged accounts. Automated anomaly detections like this can capture hidden threats that would have been easily unnoticed by standard threshold-based alerts, which you can clearly observe from this analysis. As a next step, by configuring alerts based on these detected anomalies, you can ensure that IT and security teams can receive prompt notifications to take timely actions and prevent or mitigate the devastating impact of potential breaches. All right. With that, let's move on to the sixth feature that we'll be exploring today, which is about proactively thwarting incidents and threats and fast-tracking resolutions with ML-based cluster analysis. A critical challenge that prevents IT teams from fully leveraging the insights that's gained through their analysis is the excruciating time required to uncover the relationship between underlying factors, hidden patterns, and the correlations between various entities in IT environments. Without this vital knowledge, IT professionals are left with incomplete insights, which can delay the response to critical issues like incidents, resource allocation inefficiencies, and other gaps that impact the performance and efficiency of IT operations. For instance, the following analysis may reveal the correlations between asset age and failure rate, indicating when an asset replacement is needed. This approach but lacks the depth to uncover more nuanced relationships. Factors such as specific configurations, vendor issues, asset management inefficiencies, departmental problems, and other internal factors can all contribute to repeated failures, but these may not be evident from this analysis. So this limitation underscores the need for a more sophisticated solution that can detect deeper, less obvious correlations across the IT environment. Cluster analysis in Analytics Plus is a powerful feature that offers solution to these challenges by helping you group entities together based on similar characteristics. With cluster analysis, you can auto-identify natural groupings of data based on critical factors, whether related to assets, incidents, network performance, or security events, allowing for a more granular understanding of the IT landscape. These clusters can be created by considering a combination of multiple factors that affect your IT landscape. Here's a quick look at how cluster analysis can enhance the previous asset failure versus age visualization, transforming it into a comprehensive asset performance analysis by uncovering hidden patterns and relationships. Let me go to the edit design, and first I'll select the cluster analysis option from analysis. Once you click this and select add clusters, based on the data, an appropriate clustering algorithm will be automatically chosen in the report, and the relevant parameters from the analysis will be pre-filled in the factors field. To fine-tune this analysis, you can add other parameters like asset performance indicators, including incident volume, mean time to resolve incidents, asset availability and downtime, customer satisfaction scores, and more, as I have shown here. Next, you can either stick with the auto-selected number of clusters and normalization methods, or adjust them manually based on your preferences. So here I want to create 4 clusters, so I'm selecting 4. You can also select the normalization methods. I want to do a C-score, but it depends upon your preferences and the analysis you want to do. So with all these inputs, the assets are grouped into, once you apply, basically the assets are grouped into 4 clusters, each reflecting performance based on chosen parameters. For example, cluster 1, we have seen here, shows highly good performance that consistently excelled across all matrices, while cluster 4 or cluster 3, as in shown here, shows poor performance and should be replaced immediately, and cluster 2 is something that requires your immediate critical attention and should be eliminated from your IT landscape or replaced with new assets as soon as possible. One more insight is top performing assets in cluster 1 and to an extent in cluster 4 should be prioritized for future deployments, helping organization maximize efficiency and performance. So as you can see, cluster analysis can transform your IT analytics by revealing hidden patterns and empowering proactive decision making into your IT infrastructure. By harnessing this powerful feature, organizations can boost their operational efficiency, bolster security, and optimize resource management, effectively transforming their data into a powerful strategic asset. So, all right, that wraps up our main agenda for today's session. However, I would be remiss if I didn't give you a sneak peek into a few more exciting features of Analytics Plus 6.2. So, before we close, let me quickly walk you through 3 additional powerful capabilities that you won't want to miss. And we're going to start with multivariate forecasting. So since its launch, as you know, forecasting feature in Analytics Plus has been one of the most popular and extensively used capabilities. I'm confident that most of you here as Analytics Plus users have likely tried out the forecasting feature at least once. If not, now is a great time to get started. Powered by Analytics Plus' robust in-house forecasting engine, this feature delivers data-backed predictions for a variety of IT metrics and scenarios, including workload, alarms, asset performance, and downtime. This enables more proactive strategizing and decision-making, as well as incident prevention. Until now, users could only forecast data columns based on their historic data. However, in real-world IT operations, future outcomes are rarely influenced by a single factor alone. There are often multiple external factors that can impact future scenarios. Forecasting based solely on historical data of a single factor without considering the dependent factors can sometimes fall short when multiple interconnected factors drive outcomes. Our latest update introduces multivariate forecasting, which allows you to factor in multiple dependent variables to generate more contextual and accurate predictions. You can now incorporate up to 5 dependent factors, ensuring that the forecast reflects complex interdependencies within your IT environment. For example, this trend in alarm volume analysis forecasts the expected alarm count for the next 3 months solely based on past alarm data. This alarm prediction can be elevated by multivariate forecasting. Let me show how this can be done. So when we click on analysis and select forecast, uh, by incorporating influencing factors in this column as shown, such as CPU utilization, memory utilization, and average maintenance interval in days, uh, you can gain a more nuanced and accurate prediction of expected alarm volume for the next 5 months. So let's apply this and see how the whole forecasting changes. So as you can see, let me go to the view mode. So as you can see, by considering these three interdependent variables, you will observe a stark difference in the monthly alarm volume forecast now as compared to the one using historical alarm data. So multivariate forecasting, as I can see, therefore allows you to gain more nuanced and accurate understanding of the future behavior and events by accounting for multiple factors that influence the outcome. This approach also reveals how each dependent variable contributes to predicted results, enabling a proactive optimization of IT operations and resource allocation based on accurate data-driven forecasts. Now, let's move to the next feature, which is the Unified IT Metrics Library. So, IT teams like you rely heavily on key performance indicators or KPIs and custom metrics to track and monitor the efficiency of your IT operations. In a mature IT environment, there can be hundreds of formulas across multiple domains calculated using complex equations, inevitably giving rise to duplicated effort. While Advanced Formula Builder offers multiple functions to perform these complex calculations in Analytics Plus, remembering and applying the right formula can be overwhelming for IT teams, consuming valuable time needed for firefighting and issue resolution, and even for other strategic initiatives. Additionally, users new to Analytics Plus may find it a little daunting to pull together the KPIs from multiple domains. So that's why we have introduced the Unified Metrics Library in Analytics Plus. With a single click of a button, you can access a repository of all KPIs from your IT operations. This feature consolidates critical IT metrics in one place, ensuring consistency and reliability as well as reusability and access control. These custom KPIs can be directly consumed and used to create reports and dashboards in Analytics Plus. The metrics library also stores aggregate formulas and custom descriptions for individual metrics. Analytics Plus can auto-generate these unified metrics library for a particular IT domain. Once you integrate the relevant IT application belonging to any IT domain with Analytics Plus, the metrics library will be populated and critical KPIs will be available out of the box. Let me click here. This is the unified metrics library for the Service Desk Plus integration. To access these metrics, as I have shown here, you just need to go to Data from the left panel of your Analytics Plus workspace and click Unified Metrics. The Unified Metrics library can serve as a single source of truth, aligning all analytical efforts and ensuring consistent application of metric definitions across the IT landscape. Furthermore, the unique identification of metrics enabled by this feature promotes data integrity, extensibility, transparency, and uniformity. Now, let's move to the final feature that we'll be looking at today, which is multi-server deployment and configuration. So, over the course of this session, we have seen how Analytics Plus empowers you to extract maximum value from your IT data and streamline operations through advanced analytics features. However, to fully leverage these capabilities and perform AI/ML powered analysis, you need sufficient compute and processing power. This is especially critical for large enterprises that generate vast amounts of data daily and require real-time analysis to gain essential IT insights. For such organizations, the ability to scale resources to meet ever-growing data storage and processing demands is vital. A failure to do so can negatively impact the performance of the Analytics Plus application, leading to significant business repercussions. To ensure seamless performance and address the demand of large-scale workload, the on-premise version of Analytics Plus has been enhanced to enable multi-server deployment and configuration. This allows you to distribute Analytics Plus workloads across multiple servers, boosting performance, reliability, and scalability. This setup enables seamless scaling to meet the ever-growing data demands, allowing IT teams to quickly add infrastructure resources, increasing the processing power of Analytics Plus, and enjoy the uninterrupted seamless insights into your fast-growing IT data. Okay, so that was a deep dive into some of the most powerful features and upgrades in the latest version of Analytics Plus, that is Analytics Plus 6.0. But these are just the tip of a spear. There's a whole arsenal of features including compelling new visualizations, workspace level IP restrictions, enhanced dashboard builder, auto analysis, and last but not least, the ever-growing list of out-of-the-box integrations, as you can see, with popular IT applications and business applications and many more. We strongly believe that Analytics Plus 6.0 can play an indispensable role in supercharging the efficiency of your IT operations and transforming your organization into an IT powerhouse. If you're ready to experience these new and exciting features of Analytics Plus 6.0 firsthand, scan the QR code that is flashing on your screen to start a 15-day free trial of Analytics Plus. Alright, so and with that, we have reached the end of this webinar. If you have any more questions or concerns during this session, or if you simply want to know more about any features we discussed, please do reach out to us using the email address that's flashing on the screen right now. I truly love to hear from you. Thank you for taking your time to join this session. Take care everyone and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.